In my last video, someone asked the question if my family and I ever go on vacation. Yes, we do go on vacation. Here's some clips of our vacation a couple weekends ago in Orange Beach, Alabama. As soon as we got there, we launched a boat and headed out to the small island called Robertson's Island. Captain M helped drive the boat. Eli was excited to try out his boogie board from Buc-ee's. I also got a good workout in, pulling him on his boogie board one more time. After leaving the island, I baited 4 crab traps with these chicken leg quarters, then headed out to a couple different spots to set them. The next day, while checking the crab traps, 2 of the traps had nothing in them, but the other 2 had about 10 nice crabs per trap. 20 crabs was enough for a small family crab ball, so I picked the crab traps up. Later on in the video, we'll be doing a crab ball. No matter where we go or where we at, Eli and Emmett always ask me to throw the cast net. This time we caught a couple gizzard shad, small pinfish, and some other small fish I'm unsure of. The next stop was one of Eli's favorites, Tacky Jacks. He likes to play on the sandy playground and check out the gift shop. Of course, the wife wanted a bushwhacker also. I found these pictures laying on the ground. If you know them, tag them. Now it's time to head back for a small shrimp and crab ball. I'll be balling the crab and shrimp in a small vintage pot I brought with me from the polywall cabin. All I'll be using to cook these crab and shrimp is 6 spoons of crab ball and a load of water. It's always fun bringing a little bit of Louisiana to wherever we at on vacation. At this point, I wanted to slow the camera down a little bit just to thank God for getting my family and I here safely. The next day, I took advantage of the kids' nap time, jumped in my boat, and headed out to do some spearfishing. All I'll be using is some cheap swim shoes, these dive goggles, my spear gun, and of course, I'll also be wearing a Sportsman Gear fishing shirt. One of the coolest things about spearfishing is not what you get, but what you see when you're diving. Like this massive drum that swam right by me. I wasn't going to spear this one. Normally when the drum are this big, they have worms in them. On this day, there are also a lot of jellyfish, and I was stung many times. With the adrenaline rush of spearfishing, I hardly noticed it. Here's a couple examples of hermit crabs. Eli and Em love playing with these. Here, I made it to an area where I started seeing a lot of mangrove snapper. Here, you have to be careful on what you shoot to make sure it's a legal size shooting fish. After spearing the first mangrove snapper, I realized there was 2 on the spear. I'm not sure how often this happens when spearfishing, but I was pretty amazed. They were boat keepers also. Keep in mind that I'm from Louisiana and I was never taught to spearfish. In Louisiana, most of the water is muddy with no visibility, so I'm sure I'll be doing a lot of this wrong. Here, I spotted a pretty good sized stone crab next to a bridge piling. After realizing I didn't have any gloves in my boat, I grabbed my boat earmuffs, grabbed the crab with those. I also released him right after. Back at the cleaning table, I filleted a couple of those mangrove snappers to cook later on that night. You can use the heads and trimmings from these to bait your crab traps also. To all the parents that watch my content, I just thought I'd let you know that my kids are not always this good. I just choose to edit out certain parts. A lot of times, this is reality. But of course, it's worth every minute. Here's Eli and Em having fun cutting up one morning while eating breakfast. The last place we stopped to eat at, we went by boat. It was called Ships. Very good food and a lot of entertainment for the kids. We'll be back. I don't think there's many things that'll make you appreciate sitting on the front porch of the polywall cabin quite like Baton Rouge traffic for 2 hours. As always, I'd like to thank God for getting my family back home safely. I'd like to thank him for another beautiful day in the bayou, and thank you for watching the polywall cabin.